What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Strangers Mindz. I'm Fernando, and this is Strangers Reaction. And today we're gonna continue on reacting to Bizarre Bub Scary Comp 2024. I started thinking about something else, but you know what? I do have something to say. I understand that the last episode or two, or maybe more, the audio was going on pretty bad, but it was due to some technical difficulties. But due to me just wanting to release content and just just enjoy, because this is fun for me. Just watching a bunch of videos and just talking to you guys, it is fun for me. So I just wanted to put those videos out. But hopefully the issue was resolved and there is no further bad audio from here on out. So we're going to continue on with Scary Comp 2024. And we did, I believe, the 6 episodes, because it was 26 of them. So we're going to push through all the way down to 10 and see what this 20 to 10 has in store for us. So let's go.
In the following video, 3 friends are alone at home when one friend decides to call their mom after something scary had occurred.
I should be home in about 10 minutes. I need you to stay calm though, okay?
Okay.
So calm, quiet, keep the door locked. Alright, do not go out of the room whatsoever.
All 3 friends are locked up in this room, and for good reason. Earlier, they heard a loud crash from downstairs and other noises emanating from all over the house. They had thought someone had broken in, which is why the police were called.
Did it sound like glass? Was it metal? What did it sound like?
I thought it was just like a big thud and then
You heard glass shatter?
yeah.
Now this is where things start to get strange, because apparently, after searching the whole place, the police found no signs of forced entry or any clues to suggest that someone broke into the house. With no indications of any trespassers, the police leave the property. However, after watching the footage recorded by one of the friends, the teens noticed something very alarming. Before the police arrived, all 3 friends decided to investigate the noises and presumably take matters into their own hands if needed. But during this time, something happens that prompts the friend who lives in this house to pack his things. They were spooked, to say the least. This is what they caught.
Okay, it's fine.
Somebody
Okay.
there, they can have help.
Okay.
Alright, I'll see you soon. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Is it just me, or is today's society all out of freaking whack? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but do you guys hear about this story? This has nothing to do with the paranormal. I'm just gonna take a little shortcut. But people on their phones, man, it's like, it's incredible. Like, oh, for example, these kids, they are potentially walking into some serious, dangerous stuff right now, that they have to record themselves, which is one of the reasons why I think that it's a red flag for me. It's a red flag for me. Now, people, man, like, they just want to record and want to post things up and just, try and grab that 15 minutes of fame however possible. I mean, what I was going to mention was, a couple of weeks ago, possibly last month or last year, since we're in 2025, there was an incident in a New York train station. A pregnant lady literally got lit up in the subway. Do you know how many people are in the subways and none couldn't save this lady's life? None. It's despicable. People would rather record than to try and save a life. It's despicable. But I'm already leaning towards, like, I'm not going to believe nothing was going to happen. So let's see what happens.
one of the friends
Stay in your rooms, guys. Stay in your rooms, because that is, I'm telling you, man, like a group of friends.
had noticed something moving in the dark. Although we don't see it on camera, something else is seen that none of the friends had noticed until watching this video much later. In case you missed it, this is what was caught.
That was really fast.
Eerily, something can be seen moving behind the railing. In a swift motion, this mysterious object passes by without making a sound. It almost seems to be floating, given how it seemingly glides. But by far, the creepiest thing about this is that a face can be made out. It's hard to see at first, but watching this again, certain features that a face would have can be seen briefly.
Okay, good. Let me see it on this screen. Damn, that's even worse. Let me go back to this screen. You know, it is interesting just because you could actually tell that whatever it was behind the rails. And if it was digitally put in, that would be difficult. I don't even think that's possible, being digitally put in like this. But it does look like it is behind the rail. Now, whether it's a face or not, you know, due to how dark it is in the background, oh man, that's a push for it to be like a face. Yes, you could definitely tell some features as far as the nose and stuff like this, but I don't know, you guys. This one has me, you know, just the whole situation is a red flag for me. Just the whole thing, you know, having a bunch of kids, you know, just trying to... if this is real, I do apologize to this family and to the kids. But, man, like, you can't blame me to think this is fake. And that's just a person, you know, they're creating this whole scene just to get some popularity. And, you know, I'm just saying... This clip right here is interesting. If it wasn't for the backstory, I would have liked it even better.
Its uncanny motion and closeness to the ground have led the group to believe that a ghost was caught on camera. To them, it looks as though a floating head had passed by. If only they had seen this before the police arrived. As they state, who knows what they would have said about this. While the supposed shadowy figure they saw was enough to scare them, this would have definitely scared the living daylights out of them. As always, let me know what you think down below.
Due to the paleness of the floating head that flew by, you know, and just the features and the detailing as far as, you know, the face being behind the rails, it wasn't like overlapping. It was a pretty good paranormal catch. Is it what we saw though? I mean, oh man, I just have so many questions as far as, are there any pets? Are there anything, you know, as far as history is concerned, you know, like what's going on with the house? Is this their first paranormal incident? Did we just see like one of the, you know, just a whole, you know, independent film kind of thing going on? Like, but nonetheless, that floating figure was interesting to me, just because it is hard to digitally edit something like that in being behind the rail.
At around 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, a teenage girl named Mildred Neva wakes up to find her dog snuggled up on her blanket. Rarely does her dog ever do this. For once, her dog has finally chosen to nestle up in bed with her and her sister, who both share the same bed. Although initially caught off guard, she proceeds to grab her phone to record this moment. But as she records, something happens that leaves her extremely terrified. After looking closely at the footage, she saw it. This is what she caught.
Okay.
According to viewers, it now makes sense as to why her dog had suddenly decided to snuggle up in bed. Either someone or something was in the room. The only other person inside was Mildred's sister, who was lying in bed beside her. But whoever, or whatever this might have been, is completely unknown to Mildred. They just seem to appear out of nowhere before vanishing in less than a few seconds. This definitely spooked Mildred, but it's the zoomed in screenshot of this clip that keeps her up at night. As many viewers have noted, something about this image makes them feel immensely uneased. Just who or what was this?
Story time. Actually, you know what? Let me finish. Yeah. I knew we was right there. So, story time. So, when I was younger, I was having a sleepover at a cousin's house, right? So, there was a good, I'm going to say like a good 5 to 6 of us cousins all sleeping under the house. And I used to actually live in the basement of this house for a couple of years. But I believe that this house had some paranormal activity going on because there was just a lot of stuff going on in this house. And one of the experiences that happened was that it was 2 beds in a room. I was sleeping on the right side. There was another cousin sleeping on the floor, and there's another cousin. She was on the other bed. So the entrance of the door was in front of us, and right next to the door there was like this desk with the whole shelf connected to it. So yeah, for some reason I had this urgency to just wake up, and when I opened my eyes, I saw what seemed to be like this. It was like I'm gonna say like a white guy or a light skinned Hispanic, big, kind of chubby, with like almost like a black suit, or it could have been like a black jacket, and he was leaning on the desk looking at my cousin that was on the other bed. So when I woke up and saw this, I was like, huh, or I said something. And then out of nowhere, I hear my cousin saying like, "Tell me you are seeing this." And I was like, "Oh, you're awake." And by the time I focused back, it was gone. So just had to throw it in there just because of the sisters sleeping on the same bed and everything. It was a awesome experience. Too bad during that time I was still floating back and forth with the whole paranormal and stuff like this. But yeah. So as far as this video is concerned, I'm gonna have to say that it was a very quick catch, and I actually liked it because whatever was there, we cannot say it was matrixing. We cannot say it was another person there. Because the camera seemed so clear, and the fact that the face that it caught, even though possibly with the motion it kind of disfigured it, but it was very like out of focus, which is something that we would expect from the paranormal field and us trying to record and capture things. But it was a nice catch. I have to say, like even the whole experience, the dog being, even though the dog was kind of being playful, but those small dogs would mostly, unless if it's like a Chihuahua or one of those small dogs that want to act tough, they would have been barking. But depending on the situation with the paranormal, pets would react just by going close to their owners, protecting their, area per se, right? So let's continue on. But that just reminded me of my experience, and I just had to share.
On August 27th of 2024, a store manager watches footage of something that happened earlier while sounding pretty nervous. He immediately ran to his computer to pull up the video and save it, just in case no one believes him. Something happened as he was unpacking boxes, and he knows that he caught it on camera. In fact, many things happen in this footage, but it's what happens towards the end of the video that terrifies him greatly. Ever since then, he's been watching his back, hoping that it doesn't happen again. The following is the store manager's footage. Watch.
Single night. Just putting things away from the box. All right, now watch. I want you guys to focus on this area right here. Okay? Hold on, let me speed this up a bit.
They haven't got the first clue on how to use it.
All right, watch.
If you have the doctrine right and you stow it on a shelf in your closet and do not pull that doctrine out.
Boom, you see that?
What good does that
I'll get back here for you guys to give you a better view. Look at that. And I'm just like tripping, like, what? Okay, but pay attention to this area right here.
I can grant that they
Watch.
they could teach justification correctly. But so what? It's not what I asked you.
Is that you? Look. I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me. See that? Come out. I'm not afraid of you.
Until you are. I liked how he is trying to show us that he's by himself. So he's trying to, he's trying. I want to say I saw this video, but I don't recall. So let's see it together.
Is that you that threw down the box earlier? Come on out. You don't scare me.
Until it does.
Come on out, pussy. Always trying to mess with me.
I mean, safe to say that I don't think I think he believes he's possibly talking to a spirit. So, with that being said, provoking you guys is never a good idea. I mean, let's just think logically. You're provoking. If your mindset, it's set that you are talking to a ghost, calling it names, especially the P word, I'm not going to say it here. Do you think that's a good idea? Because you're literally pissing off something that you cannot see or touch. But they could see and touch you. I'm just saying. You could get effed up like that.
Oh! Oh, shit. Look, there I am right there. Look, you see that? You see that?
Wow. Yeah.
Nah. Nah.
Got the chills, guys. You know what that means.
Hell no.
As if the store manager wasn't already spooked, this happens. Recorded by the camera pointing at the side entrance of the store is this: the manager's hair lifting on its own. Or better put, getting tugged by something unseen. It's the sudden yank on his hair that sends him running in a panic frenzy, making him think that someone was messing with him. But upon watching the security footage of this incident, he sees that no one was behind him. If no one was there, then whose forceful pull did he feel? While some viewers believe that this might have been the ghost he was calling out, others don't know what to think. To the manager, however, he knows exactly what this was and believes it's the same entity that's been messing with his store. But of course, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Was a ghost caught on camera? Or had something else happened to explain this incident? Let me know what you think down below.
I mean, I gotta say, for a discount store, they got a lot of cameras. A lot of cameras. So possibly that's not a so great neighborhood. But thankfully, the cameras are there to capture this. Thinking about it logically, how could this happen if it was orchestrated, right? Because if the clip was just that and the hair got pulled, safe to say that somebody with a string pulled his hair, boom, right? Orchestrated. But the fact that he was showing us every step of the way, how is it even possible that let's say he did have a string. This guy walked around basically the whole store. That is interesting. That is interesting. I actually like this video. I got the goosebumps, which for the first time viewers, that's my body telling me that this could potentially be something real. I am a paranormal investigator. I've been out in the field for over 20 years. I don't have a television show. I'm not, those kind of paranormal investigators. I actually, whatever I do, especially, private residences, they are, private. And, I'm not doing this to get to get famous or rich. I do it because I like it. The paranormal for me is a passion. I dislike people that are trying to make the paranormal like the circus, or even so, what's worse is people portraying a paranormal activity real when it's fake, because it's making it's putting a bad name on the field, let alone potentially putting paranormal victims in danger, because people, with paranormal activity, they are already feeling like they cannot just, I am having this experience because, society already thinks you're crazy. So, it's very disrespectful, which is one of the reasons why I do this. I come across a lot of these videos and I'm like, fake, this could happen, fake. This is real. This is a good catch. I got the goosebumps and everything, and I go with my gut feeling. So I actually like this video very much. Let's see what number 17 has in store.
At around 3 in the morning, a truck driver is heading northbound on the I-57 when suddenly he begins to panic. Something had just appeared in his field of vision, and whatever it was, it made him feel terribly disturbed. The person driving is known as Ken McGill, and throughout all his road trips and delivering goods, nothing as unsettling as this has ever occurred. Not sure what he saw, he pulls to the side of the road and reviews the footage captured by his dash cam. Looking at the video, he was glad to have pulled over far away from what he'd seen. This is what he caught.
She can go meet up with him and see if she can get him to confess. And it's a tough decision, I'm sure, but Amy ultimately agrees. She wears the wire of Chuck, and she...
Out of nowhere, a person dressed in white appears close by. They almost seem to come out of nowhere before leaving out of sight. It happens quickly, but not so fast that it's overlooked. Ken is no doubt thankful that he caught this, but he's also completely terrified, and for good reason. Only a day later after posting this video, an accident had occurred at this exact spot. Reports indicate that those involved in the accident saw a lady dressed in white in the middle of the road, causing them to swerve the car to avoid hitting her. However, when interstate police looked at security footage that caught the event, they only saw the car swerving and crashing, but not the lady they claimed to have seen. It appears that they swerved for no apparent reason. While those in the accident swear that they saw a woman, Ken believes that something supernatural had appeared. Whether ghost or not, this whole incident continues to baffle him.
That was short, but so sweet. I got the spidey senses going. Now here's the thing. Unless the other driver that's in front doesn't give a crap, doesn't give a crap about a human life, because that fool didn't even bother stopping. Like, I could argue and say that it's a real person crossing, the highway, and we didn't see it because, the other truck was blocking our view. But then you have to start thinking about it like this. If there was a real person walking into traffic, that truck should have stopped, or at least, start, slowing down, or, but no, like, he kept this steady. Like, they just kept on pushing. Now, that alone tells me that this is a good catch.
In the following video, a nurse working at a hospital decides to go inside a room where many doctors and nurses are afraid to be in. The room in question is located on a floor that, according to rumors, is haunted. It isn't known if the rumors are true, but apparently, after what was captured, it may be the case that something truly strange is happening on this floor. On March 9th of 2021, a nurse known as Shanae Richardson pays a visit to the floor in question. On this floor, there's a hidden room that for some reason is blocked off from access. So, one night, Shanae decides to enter this room. She had gained access by asking a custodian to open it for her, but little did she know, this was a bad idea. Watch.
So everybody wants to see what's behind the door, so I'm back and I'm going to show you what's finally behind this door, okay? Alright, so one more time, this is everything that's wrote on the door behind this door in this hospital, and it's been unlocked, so I'm going to go inside. I feel scared.
It happens quickly, but in case you missed it, here it is again. It now makes sense as to why Shanae had suddenly shut the door. Out of instinct, she had backed away upon seeing what looks like a face staring at Shanae from a distance. Its disembodied head seemingly stays in place without moving an inch, or at least it seems like that, because apparently viewers claim that the head can be seen moving for just a bit. She wasn't exactly sure what she'd seen, but whatever it was, it prompted a sudden urge within her to leave the space immediately. It was only after watching the video that she saw what it was. Not much else is known about this incident or what occurred afterwards, but until there's an update, this incident remains a mystery.
Alright, the only thing I'm going to say about this video, and I'm going to keep it short, is that she already went in there scared. It's a small room. It looks like a room with storage. I've seen plenty of people use a boiler room as storage. So who's not to say that's what she saw? She saw something being stored. But she already went in there scared. So unfortunately, you're going to freak yourself out. You're not even going to be able to show us anything. And that's exactly what happened. She just dipped. So let's continue.
In this next video, two friends are exploring an abandoned paper mill with extreme caution. Aside from the fact that the old mill has potential hazards all around, there's another reason why both men are treading carefully. Rumor has it, the old paper mill is haunted. Now both friends are known as Kenneth and Justin, and they've set out to explore a place where residents have either seen or heard unexplainable things. One resident recounts a time when he and his friends saw something pretty creepy.
Yeah, most definitely. The paper mill's haunted as shit. Because I went there the one night, me and my buddies. We all went over there and we were drinking a little bit, but yeah, my buddy caught it on camera that like something ran behind us.
No kidding.
On Snapchat, like he caught it on camera and everything.
Dude, I'm gonna be down there.
Now there's a lot more stories from others who live near the mill, but the reason Kenneth and Justin are visiting the place is not because it's haunted, but rather to see what's left of it. This is a hobby of theirs, and the old paper mill in Austin, Pennsylvania is on their list of places to explore. But little did they know that something terrifying would happen while being there. Both friends are exploring the old mill when they find a dark space beneath the building. They head down and capture this.
Hold on, I want to get that lower, closer down here.
There's a bone on the beaver dam there. Good.
Holy shit.
See it right there?
What is it?
A bone.
Bone. I don't see it. Oh, it is. What the fuck? Holy smokes.
That could be a bird or...
Hello?
Yep, get the f out of there. Yep, no more of that.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
What was
I
that?
have no idea.
All of a sudden, a disembodied voice is heard from the darkness. Both men, upon hearing this, run away in a frenzied manner, as it seems that someone or something had responded. It almost sounds as though a child had responded to them. But assuming this was an actual kid, the question arises, what's a child doing in a dark cellar of a building that's been abandoned for years? Now, nothing strange happens afterward, but throughout the trip, you can for sure tell that they were left disturbed. Just who, or even what, had been there? They have no idea, and they don't plan on ever coming back to find out.
Man, you know, one of the things that I do now is I call it paranormal exploration. I consider myself now a paranormal explorer. I love going into abandoned places and just visiting these historic landmarks. And, you know, whether it's an abandoned house or an abandoned insane asylum, I enjoy it because of the history, because of the beauty behind the destruction of a structure. And, you know, I do have a bit of a series going out because I went to this abandoned psychiatric center called Kings Park. And I've gone there so many times that I've even began, you know, touring with people from the paranormal field, going in there who are curious. And, you know, I was their tour guide, taking them to what I believe was hotspots. And yeah. There is just an ominous kind of feel to going into these buildings that is just completely destroyed. But just thinking back on when it was an active, you know, psychiatric center and everything that has happened, especially, you know, with what's been reported, it's, you know, there's a feel to it. Now with this, at first it sounded like a bird or like an owl, dare I say, or even a pigeon could be down there, right? And due to the echo, it gives that kind of, you know, bigger, you know, like if it almost like a bigger kind of animal. But it got closer, like really close. And that is when it sounded more like a humming coming from a vocal cord more so than a bird. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. I liked it, and it just brought me back. I can't wait to start doing it once again here in Florida.
In this next video, a child is getting ready to go to school when something very strange happens. It was on a Monday at around 7 a.m. that this happened. He was packing his lunch for school at a time when no one else was awake. It was just him, alone downstairs in the kitchen. This is where the mother claims to have heard her son screaming out of his lungs in the most gut-wrenching manner. The video captures this, but there's also something else that's caught that no one in the family could explain. This is their footage. A voice with perfect clarity is heard on camera. The mother's son claims that it came from the kitchen, yet no one had been downstairs during this time. The whole space was empty apart from her son being there, but as it seems, he wasn't alone. Now this whole incident gets even creepier when listening to the story provided by the mother. According to her, this is what happened after her son came bolting into the bedroom upstairs.
He said that he heard a voice coming from the cabinets that said to him, "How did you find me?" When he dropped his noodles, he ran upstairs, came busting in my room, telling me to get mine because somebody was in the house. We started hearing footsteps. I mean, big, heavy feet coming up the steps.
As she states, the sound of footsteps going up the staircase was heard just moments after her son came running into the room. Everyone else had been inside the room, so she had no clue as to who was on the staircase. Either someone was actually there, or, as many believe, something beyond comprehension had paid them a visit. Whatever the case might be, her son's guttural scream will stand out as the most horrifying part about this incident.
This was an authentic reaction. This little boy heard something and booked it because he knew there was nobody else there, but he heard this voice close by him and he booked it. So much so that they want to protect themselves. First of all, I would love to get more information on the property. I would love to see what kind of area this building was built on, and just some more historic information, and that would definitely shed some light to what kind of haunting this family is going through. But I gotta say, man, I right away once I heard that little boy screaming the way he did, man, you can't fake that.
In this next video, two friends are chatting inside a car when they immediately go silent upon noticing something strange in a building nearby. Now, the first half of this footage doesn't really show anything peculiar. All that's seen is someone who, for some reason, is walking back and forth in the privacy of their own home. Although spying on someone who they don't know is already strange enough, it's the following detail that both friends find very strange. Whoever this is pacing in a way that they've never seen before. They don't seem to be walking, as they mention. Watching closely, they continue to record, when suddenly, they see this.
Porque no es que sube y baja así
Just when they thought that things couldn't get stranger, this happens. Out of nowhere, the person inside this building begins to pace back and forth, but extremely fast. It almost seems a little too fast for anyone to be able to do. The two friends watch in disbelief, feeling creeped out by this eerie sight. Whoever, or whatever this might be, appears to be moving at a speed beyond human capacity. While there has yet to be an update as they plan to reach out to the supposed person who lives there, both friends remain unsure as to who or even what was caught on camera. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
Alright, you guys, I was actually glad that the person recording, either a hand came in front of it and stuff like this, because it actually showed the quality of the camera. So it's not a good quality of a camera, so the frame per second is definitely a factor. So, you know, seeing this person walking in circles in their own apartment for such a long period, even as a kid, I don't think their attention span would allow them for a long period of time to be walking in circles.
Now, the following video was submitted to me by someone who wishes to remain anonymous. They further mentioned they took this video in 2017 with an old phone, which might explain why the footage isn't of the highest quality. But HD or not, the video is still pretty disturbing. It was during a video call with someone that they caught this. They state that the person they were talking to wanted to see the mess inside their godmother's house, as apparently it was pretty messy. But unbeknownst to them, it wouldn't just be the mess inside this house that scares them, but rather something else. This is what was caught.
She's a straight hoarder. You should get this when I get home. Like, watch. She's got problems. Can you see this yet?
Huh?
You can't see this yet, can you?
Oh, I think so.
Hold on. She's got, I don't know, she's got a lot of money. She just, like, she's really cheap and she keeps everything. This is her house.
No, I can't. It says that it's interrupted.
Like, she keeps everything. She's really well off too, but...
It happens quickly, but in case you missed it, here it is again.
Hold on. She...
Really?
She's got a lot of money. She just... Like, she's really cheap and she keeps everything. This is her house.
Like something out of a horror movie, a pale-like face is seen floating in pitch darkness before disappearing. It appears for only a few seconds, during which the face can be seen moving. It's easy to miss the first time, but watching this again, it looks as if its head is turning towards the camera. It seemingly stares directly at the person recording, as if letting them know that they're watching. Not sure as to what was captured, the man who took this writes that the face shares a faint resemblance to his godmother's ex-husband, who passed away in this house. He passed in 2001, but ever since then, strange things have happened. While some believe that this may have been his spirit, others believe that something else was captured. Regardless, whatever had been there has yet to be known. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, you guys. The camera was severely bad, and he was moving it around so much that everything is disorienting and distorted. So, with that being said, that face could have easily been even the pillow on the sofa, since he's moving it around so much. The you know, due to the grittiness of the video, matrixing is a high possibility, and there was a dog in there too. So he's moving it around way too many times. You know, I'm not gonna say he caught anything here. This is pretty much just the fault of the camera. But I want to say, are we at the end? Let's see. No.
In the following clip,
one more.
A man is in his basement after having heard a strange noise.
Like I was saying earlier, most of the stuff does happen down here.
Now the man already knows that something isn't right with his basement, which is why he takes this video. Ever since moving in, both he and his family have been experiencing a plethora of inexplicable happenings. But luckily, this time, he was able to get something on camera. The year is 2017, and with only a few months living there, he can already sense that something strange is about to happen. He gets his phone and captures this.
This stuff does happen down here. And I mean, you can't really... That's freaky stuff right there, man. Yep, that's what you call it. Freaks me out, man. It's giving me goosebumps. Boy, here we go with the door again. Yeah, I don't like that. Ooh, that's creepy. So that door always swings wide open and it stays open. It doesn't ever close, stay like that. Oh, there you go. Let go of it. Oh crap, that's freaky.
Now, taking into account that this isn't something new to the man, this occurrence doesn't scare him, but he still finds it pretty baffling, and he finds it even more so when considering that the door that just opened is extremely heavy. According to him, he can barely open it himself despite being quite big. Now, with happenings like this, one can totally understand why he and his family have left this place. Although taken in 2017 and living somewhere else now, this footage continues to baffle him to this day.
All right, we reached number 10. Now, that was pretty interesting with the door. Everything else, there could have been somebody behind the shelves. He didn't really go in. Even, sorry to say, even if there was like a mouse or a cat pushing things off the shelves. But that door was pretty interesting just because it was kind of leaning. So it wasn't fully on the hinges. So it was on the floor. For it to move and then come back, I was trying to hear to see if there was scraping going on, but I didn't really notice the sound of any scraping. But that was pretty interesting. A door is not going to swing open and close so smoothly. It was a very good catch. It doesn't, that door is not going to open and close like that, even if it was wind. Due to how the door was, there could have been nothing to like pull. Not even an invisible string that people like to use, to fake videos. That is too thin for it to pull. And let's just say it is strong enough to pull a door that's not even on the hinges because it's on the floor. How did it go back? This it's just, it's a pretty good catch. But with that, I'm going to say is if you guys are enjoying yourselves and are liking these videos, please do what you do when you like a channel. Hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.